to share with you how this happened in my life. As I told you, I'm third generation apostolic, Pentecostal, Sabbath observer. Glory. But my country was under communist regime. When I come to be 15 years old, my father was bishop over this fellowship. And the communists passed a new law. Our churches was underground because of the disobedience of our pastors to the communists. They made our church against the law, without official registration, without official recognition. Our services was middle of night, in the basements, under the woods, in the big caves. We have huge mountains. And I grew up in this way. One of the rules of the communists was you cannot bring to the church your children. You cannot teach them to believe Jesus Christ. You cannot teach them to observe the commandment of Jesus Christ. And because our pastor decided to disobey, we come in this situation. When I turned 15 years old, the communists found something. They cannot stop the children of the underground church to believe Jesus Christ. They cannot stop the elders, but they want to stop the children and make the church dead without new generation. And they passed a special law. The whole children from the underground church, apostolics, must be taken out of the families. Older than 3, younger than 18, will be taken from the families. The government will take care of them. If some parents disobey and still keep the children, will be in prison. If the children are in the age to make their own decision, they'll be out of the school. And they stopped me from the school because I refused to leave the family. I was 15 years old. And God asked me to do work for Him and promised me He will make way for me for my education. It's a long story that made a long story short. God asked me to travel around the country and help young people to stay with the parents, not to leave the families. And I realized this is a work against the government. It's not easy. 4 years I traveled around the city. God made the way for my education. He took care for that. It's an amazing way. But together with this, I've been arrested many times. They released me. When I turned 19 years old, I've been called to attend the communist army. This was obligation for each one young man to be in the army for 2 or 3 years. And very first day, they called me to the main office. They showed me the folders with the records of my grandfather, my father, myself, and say, we don't want to ask you to deny to your God. Still believe in me. Just sign a piece of paper. And they show me this paper. Simply says, I don't believe God. They don't ask me to deny Jesus verbal. They want me to sign it. I refused. They sent me in prison for 6 months. When the communism collapsed,